Hello, my name is Ken Brook, and I'm the founder of AdPrompt. Last year, we released our AI native beta service, which made it fast and easy for small businesses to drive growth through automated localized marketing and advertising. We took the learnings from our beta to train 15 purpose-built AI engines that empower any business to quickly create, launch, and optimize customized advertising content and campaigns within minutes, all tailored to their unique brand and voice. As small business owners know, they're expected to do everything: create content, plan campaigns, build the strategy, usually without the time, budget, or the full service agency behind them. This is hardest for those owners who try to do everything themselves. And if they do hire help, it's often from a local marketing agency, which means time, cost, and a constant back and forth communication. So we built AdPrompt to automate these core marketing activities with our powerful AI agents, which are affordable, fast, and always on brand. And when we built these agents, we focused on the exact areas small businesses owners commonly struggle with: creating effective marketing content, the planning and developing of a cohesive marketing strategy for their unique business. Now, for those of us in advertising, we know the industry is going through a major shift. We've lived through what was known as programmatic, where advertising platforms transact with other platforms. But we're collectively moving towards an agentic future, where transactions and actions are happening agent to agent. And that opens up discovery and execution outside of traditional platform-to-platform connections. And that's why we're releasing select AdPrompt agents to the X402 ecosystem. X402 is an emerging micropayment standard that's designed for agent-to-agent processes. So in practical terms, it's a programmable micropayment protocol that lets APIs be accessed and paid for per call without the need of subscriptions, contracts, or billing accounts. Now, the X402 scan is a discovery layer and marketplace where both people and other agents can browse resources that use X402 and pay agents to use those resources, all agentically. And this is exactly what I'm going to demonstrate for you today. So let's go to the 402 brand scan. We'll search AdPrompt. We'll pull up the AdPrompt agents, and we'll go ahead and try and chat to interact with our agents in a chatbot. For the purpose of this demo, I'll be using Claude Sonnet 4.5, but you'll be able to interact with AdPrompt agents using ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, the top models that are MCP native. Now first, in a legacy advertising agency workflow, get audited or analyzed before that agency will know how to help the brand and pitch their services. So we'll go ahead and use a business type that exists in every local market, which is home services. And we'll start by entering a business URL for Platinum Home Design, which is a national exterior remodeling contractor that we have permission to use for this demo. So can you help me grow my business? Can you scan my URL? So input any business URL or social media page, business page URL about the relevant business that you want to audit or analyze, and go ahead and give Claude the URL, and you'll be prompted to approve the execution of the scan. And so we'll use a digital wallet to execute this transaction, and we'll get charged a micropayment of about 50 cents. And so the point of this is the human in the loop for approval. And rather than sign up for a subscription or sign a contract, you only pay for the value as you use it. So this is pay for consumption. Now we'll go ahead and execute the scan, use the digital wallet for approval. And depending on the brand, this scan can take anywhere from 10 to 40 seconds, again, depending on the size of the brand and the amount of digital online presence the brand has to be analyzed. And so we'll fetch all of that data and compile an analysis report, which is the output of this scan, this interaction. So while this scans, what we can expect in the output is the brand identity and positioning, online presence assessment, visual identity and messaging, and opportunities for improvements. So the scan has been completed. We generate the report and the raw JSON output. So if you click on the report, this is what other agents will receive. And to humanize it, here is the summary of the brand scan agent output, which provides essentially the essence of this business. And this report will start to inform other agents as to what needs to happen to execute a strategy and campaign to help grow this business. So we'll go back to Claude. Now that we have the scan report, we will go ahead and create our personalized ad strategy. Can you help me with my strategy? So we'll say US, 5K a month. So the best part about interacting with these agents using an intelligent chatbot powered by whichever model you choose, as long as it's frontier enough to have MCP native capabilities, the assistant will actually steer you through and help fill in the user's knowledge gaps of what's capable when interacting with these agents and accessing tools and resources the user doesn't have access to themselves or didn't even know exist. So it's a pretty powerful resource to use. So this strategy is going to cost $1. So I'll go ahead and approve. So with the brand agent, the strategy will use the brand scan output to generate a personalized multi-channel campaign with suggested spend, KPIs, and more. So this will provide actionable items like a media plan for a paid advertising campaign that is specific to this business that our system can execute autonomously. So we have the ability to run paid campaigns and paid ads in these channels and platforms. So the complete strategy report is done. So you can see here it's for Platinum Home Design. It'll give you an overview of a recommended strategy. This is a 30-day media plan, and it includes Nextdoor ads, Facebook ads, Google display ads. It shows the supported ad formats, which is important as we get into the creative agent, budgets, the instructions on optimal assets to have high-performing campaigns, and then it'll have a allocated budget broken out over the time period. So you can just see here, it's essentially a ad strategy report that's going to inform, again, other agents. So that's the output that you would expect when interacting with the ad strategy agent. So now that we have the analysis and the ad strategy, let's go ahead and work with the creative agent. So can you make me an Instagram ad? When interacting with the creative agent, it supports all major platforms, and it'll generate and output the specific asset that's tailored to that channel for image and video. For the sake of time, the video output takes a little bit longer, as you can imagine. So let's just do some Instagram ads for posts. So we'll confirm the payment. This will give us some creative assets for the brand to consider. And then there's another agent to optimize assets. So let's go ahead and generate some Instagram ads. So we've generated some Instagram ads. So here is the link. So let's take a look at some of the creatives. So home improvement, you can download the images, or you can start interacting with other AdPrompt agents, or go to adprompt.ai to run these campaigns using these marketing assets. And so this is what humans will see. These JSON outputs are what agents will see when engaging with AdPrompt agents. So now, as part of our AdPrompt solution, We're not just looking at the social media channels that small businesses already use to reach their local customers. We're focused on adding and discovering and creating new ad channels and unlocking relevant inventory by integrating with local content publishers networks who are looking to generate new ad revenue streams. This means that opportunities will open up that haven't been accessible to small businesses before. And so today you've seen 3 of our agents. We'll be adding all of our agents into the ecosystem, as well as releasing the AdPrompt platform for humans. And so you've seen how AdPrompt automates agency level marketing tasks with agents, and how we're extending these capabilities into an agent to agent ad marketplace using X402 for payments. And so if you want early access, interested in exploring a partnership, or interested in testing these agents on your own business or your publisher inventory, let's connect. Thank you.